You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Count on the rings. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never...
Oh, the cold weather certainly helping set the stage for what should be a physical primetime contest at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium.
Tonight, we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
This one fielded at the 5.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
Plays like that will really help this offense settle in here on the road.
And when you go on the road, you also have to deal with the fans as well. And when you have those types of runs, that'll settle them back into their seats.
The jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. On second and a yard. Prescott throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
This defense for the Steelers, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. The tight end in motion right. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
First down, Prescott.
And this one caught downfield by Evans.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mike Evans. Touchdown number 18 on the year.
Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year, with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. In motion right is Evans.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 34.
And that's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Prescott off play action.
He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense humming here in the early going.
A give, Dobbins trying the right side. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mike Evans. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Ravens lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Tucker now to add the point after. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change the game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Harris running straight ahead. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Mayfield now from the 50. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On the delay, here's Harris.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, get the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and goal. Mayfield. This will be caught at about the 6. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Harris will score. Touchdown, Steelers. So how about the season, Charles, if he continues to put together? That's now 25 rushing touchdowns on the year. That's getting into some very rarefied territory.
Yeah, it made you and I do a little extra homework prior to this one in anticipation, because that one moves him past John Riggins with 24. He draws even with Emmitt Smith at 25 in 1995. Next up, Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander with 27. And the guy on top, LT, LaDainian Tomlinson, the Hall of Famer, he had 28 in 2006.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Judon. What a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
But that's what they have to do more defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. And taken at the 46. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he... So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. Johnson goes in motion left. Now a first down carry for Harris. Down at the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
On 3rd down, Mayfield trucks over it. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Fourth down, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Odafe Owe. And the Ravens are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 75 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
A near disaster there, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble and take it into the end zone.
I think he had a lack of focus there in order to lose the football, but how about his ability to fight off the panic, refocus, and get it back?
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be third and forever. The man in motion left here, Johnson. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He'll let it fly for Austin. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Let's take it inside his own 40. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Evans comes in motion right.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9. Prescott. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
On third down, it's Prescott. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Ravens have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past over through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked off by Roquan Smith, and the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters, but in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
One more time with Dobbins.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mike Evans on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Tucker with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Mayfield to throw it. And that is incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
This time they stay on the ground. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover. And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list. Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key. Crucial. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game. He has, percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there. Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
46, 47.
4th down, Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Mayfield now. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Now Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this will be taken at the 13. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field.
He's got a man complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 78 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. He was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
He's got a man complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 55 yards.
But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
They'll run with Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. On play action, Prescott. Touchdown! Mike Evans. Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Ravens have taken a 6-touchdown lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Yeah, he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. First down, Mayfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
3rd quarter action here on Christmas Day. Hope everyone's having a blessed holiday season. 2nd and 10 right now. Throwing, Mayfield. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you can...
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. To throw, Mayfield. It's brought in by Harris.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Mayfield. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Connor Hayward.
A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Boswell good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded right around the 8. And he returns this to the 22.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Now Dobbins again on second down.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
47.
A first down throw for Prescott. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
In motion right, here comes Johnson. On second down, this is Harris. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Mayfield looks to throw.
Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. Buying time to his left.
That's caught. It's Austin left side.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it second down. They'll set up a throw. Now Mayfield lost the football, but it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball. On third down, Mayfield. Touchdown!
Najee Harris.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Steelers are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Now Dobbins again on second down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 73 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They'll go again with Dobbins. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Prescott off play action. Going up top. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
46.
Well, Prescott here to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Prescott. And it's caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Mayfield on 1st down. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Play fake. Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Johnson, the man in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Throwing here, Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Matt Judon, his 2nd sack of the night.
The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Baltimore, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it off the road, off the turf, off the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that baby, the mental line. Whenever she calls, the what I gotta do, I'm moving with a two. I paid it off the boat. Tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket coupe, one for me and one for you. Yeah, like with the roof. I'm off the chain, don't cut me loose. Yeah, I'm off the chain, I'm off the noose. Yeah, get them picked off Bentley, white like cotton. Residential, so good, my doors don't gotta lock them. Watch the dirty money with oxy. I miscount cause I'm off a... Yeah, these bigger than a damn proxy. Call my he said copy. Get that plug like a boogie. I like riches, hit like nookies. You ain't scared of no, but you scared to put on your hoodie. Man, my like Woody. I just scraped it off the top, cut it off the road, off the turf, off the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that baby, the mental line. Whenever she calls, the what I gotta do, I'm moving with a two. I paid it out of full.
Toy, convoy, 100 carats
carrots on my neck, my boy. That 100 bunny rabbits tryna get my boy. From the cabbage I collect, my boy. Heard you is gorillas, let me check, my boy. Say nothing silly, you regret, my boy. Cause we got banana on the my boy. And I can send it in a text, my boy. Thumbs up or the emoji with the flex, my boy. Personalize every threat, my boy. Toll free. That's direct, my boy. And if you need a couple, I'm the